Hello students, I'm Cynthia from GEMS Polytechnic College, Bihar. Okay, so we are dealing in the subject called estimating and costing. Okay, so in this lecture 6, we are going to just have a review about Unit 1. Okay, what is Unit 1 name is Overview of Estimating and Costing. Okay, in this lecture, we are going to just see what are the things we have learned from Unit 1. Okay, so that will be in this lecture. Okay, so contents of the lecture. Okay, so we are going to see the course objective, introduction on estimating costing, what is the need of the subject, then what is estimating, what is costing, then requirement for preparing an estimate, then purpose of estimation, what are the types of estimate, then what are the methods for preparing an approximate estimate, then detailed estimation and types of detailed estimate. Okay, these are the things. Just a review about unit 1. Okay, we are going to see in this lecture 6. Okay, so introduction. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, I just recall what we have learned and some extra points about this unit 1. Okay, so estimating and costing. Okay, so estimating and costing means what? Quantity of different items of work are calculated, and from these quantities cost is calculated. Okay, so estimating and costing means it is nothing. Okay, it is like calculating the if you are doing a construction means calculating the how much quantities, okay, we need to use for this project. Okay, that is the quantities, and how much cost is needed for that quantities we are using in the project. Okay, that is by the calculating of the quantities and its cost. Okay, that is called as estimating and costing. Okay, so estimating and costing means quantity of different items of work are calculated, and from these quantities cost is calculated. Okay, so quantity means I have already told, it is a measure of something. Okay, for example, also I gave one example. Quantity means how many apples are in a basket. Okay, that is the quantity. How many apples? Okay, that is the quantity. Okay, then that cost is also calculated. Okay, so estimating is a process of calculating the quantities and cost of the various items required in connection with the work for its satisfactory completion. Okay, so estimation means what? It is the calculating the quantities and its cost of the various items. So costing means it is a process of determining the actual cost of the work before the execution of work. Okay, so it is nothing but estimating and costing means if you are constructing a building means calculating. Okay, for that, for constructing a building, we need to calculate how much materials we are using for the project. Okay, that is a quantity of, okay, quantity of materials we are using for the project, and the cost of the materials. Okay, by calculating. Okay, from which methods we can calculate the quantities and its cost. Okay, that is called as the estimating and costing. Okay, next thing is course objectives. Okay, so course objective means what are the course objectives are here? Like to classify basic concepts, techniques and applications of estimating and costing. Okay, techniques means in the sense basic concepts means what is estimation, what is costing, then what is the types of estimation, then what are the types of approximate and detailed estimate. So that are the basic concepts about estimating and costing. Okay, so then techniques means we have so many methods to do the approximate estimate. Okay, so that thing, then applications of estimating and costing, in which how many ways we can do the estimating and costing. Okay, then understand how to prepare a detailed estimate. Okay, so detailed estimate means what? It is an what to say, it is not approximate, it is like we can get actual cost. Okay, it is not just an approximate. Okay, we can get the actual cost of the that is we can get the actual cost of the building. Okay, through the detailed estimate. Okay, so to understand how to prepare a detailed estimate for a residential building and calculate the quantities for various items of work. Okay, so how we can prepare a detailed estimate. Okay, what are the types we are to calculate the detailed estimate, that things we are going to learn. Okay, then analyze the rates for various items of work and to prepare a abstract estimate. Okay, so analyzing the rate means it is like analyzing the rates that at that current year. Okay, at that current year, what is the what is this material cost, and what is this if you're doing some work means what is this work cost. Okay, that is the analyzing the rates. Okay, and after that we have to prepare an abstract estimate. Okay, then identify the preparation of bar bending schedule. Okay, bar bending means it is a it is like a it is a list of reinforcement bars. Okay, for a given reinforced concrete work. Okay, so for example, already seen like straight bar, bend up at one end bar, then double bend up bars. Okay, that's it. Then creating various standard documents. Okay. Then what is the need of the subject? Okay, so through the subject, the estimate gives an idea of the cost of the work. Okay, we will get some idea about how much we are going to spend in this project. Okay, well, how much, if you are constructing a building means how much we are putting for putting. Okay, how much cost we are putting for this project. Okay, we can get an idea of the cost. Then second one is it will gives the idea of time. Okay, for the completion of the work, how much time is required. Will get some idea about time also. And estimate is required to invite the tenders and quotations. Okay, then estimate is also required to control the expenditure during the execution of work. Then estimate decides whether the proposed plan matches the funds available or not. Okay, so control the expenditure means how much we spend. Inviting the tenders and quotation means it is like a it is majorly preferred for a range of contracts. Okay, it is like a contract for doing the project. Okay, so meaning of the terms estimating and estimating. Okay, estimating means what? It is a calculating or computing the various quantities and the expected expenditure to be incurred on a particular work or project. So estimating means what? It is a calculating the quantities and the expected expenditure to be incurred in a project. Okay, so in our project, so it will just we will have a just or an idea about how much we are spending. Okay, how much we are spending in that project, and it will be under our planned cost or not. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so estimating means it is calculating the quantities and the expected expenditure to be incurred, okay, within that project or not. Then costing means it is a sort of finding the cost of each items. Okay, that is the costing. Then purpose of estimate. Okay, so what are the purpose of estimate? So the first one is valuation. So valuation means what? Valuation means how much. Okay, how much the person spent for the building. Okay, how much the persons who build the building have spent for the structure. Okay, that is the valuation of the building. If you are looking at the building means we should have a knowledge about how much the worth. Okay, how much the cost it will be. Okay, that is the valuation. Then the second one is inviting a tender. Okay, inviting a tender means it is based on the to finalize the contractor. Okay, based on the quantity, rates or work items. To invite a tender means to compare the rates. Okay, and to compare the rates with the estimates and finalize the contractor based on the quantity, rates or work items. Then sanctioning a project means what? For getting a sanction. Okay, when will we get sanction? If we are if our estimation cost and its design. Okay, based on the design, the estimated cost is correct or not. It should not be more or it should not be lower. Okay, it should be of correct price. Okay, of doing the project, so that we will easily get sanction for the project. Okay. So fourth one is required material and quantity. Okay, so what are the materials we are going to use and how much material we are going to use for the project. Then cost. So cost means what is the overall cost. Okay, what is the separate cost for each work, what is the separate cost for each material we are using. Okay, that idea we will get. Then later, labor means what? To know the detailed cost of different categories of labor, right? So we have so many categories like masonry for every work, okay? For masonry work, excavation work, for RCC work, for plastering, for painting. So for each and every work, we need labor, right? So we to know the detailed cost of different categories of labor, okay? We will get through this. Then time, okay? Time means what? To plan the time schedule of construction depending upon the cash flow, okay? That is our availability of funds, okay? To plan the time, we can plan the time, okay? From the starting for each work, then up to the completion, how much time we need, okay? That we can get through this estimator. Then last one is equipment, tools and plants, okay? So we can have a knowledge about the detailed cost of equipments, tools, plants, okay, to be used and the machines to be used in the project, okay? So this is about purpose of estimation. So through the purpose of estimation, we can just value a building, then we can know the cost and the different categories of labor cost. We can have a knowledge about time, then how to sanction a project. We can easily get sanction for the project, okay? So these are all things we can get through the estimation, okay? So these are the purpose of estimation. So types of estimate, okay? Approximate estimate, then detailed estimate, okay? So first one is approximate estimate means what? It is just doing the estimation with the approximate, okay? Depends upon the judgment skill, okay? We can just we can just approximately do a estimation, right? So there are some methods to do the approximate estimate, right? So plinth area rate method, cubical content method, service unit method, typical bay method, then approximate quantity methods, okay? So we are going to just have an introduction about everything, okay? So introduction or just knowledge about everything, okay? So plinth area rate method. So plinth area rate method means what? How we can calculate the plinth area rate? It is simple, okay? So approximate cost of the building, how we can find the approximate cost of the structure, okay? That is the main point, okay? So to do the approximate to find the approximate cost of the structure, we have so many methods, okay? So for every using every method, how we can calculate the approximate cost, okay? That is the methods of approximate estimate, okay? So the first one is plinth area rate method, okay? How we can get the cost of the structure using plinth area rate method? So the total cost of the structure equal to what? Plinth area into rate of the plinth area, okay? That is plinth area rate, okay? So how we can get the plinth area rate? So the plinth area rate we can get through the similar construction, right? So similar construction having similar, if you have similar specifications, okay? If it is in the same locality means we can easily get the plinth area rate, okay? So this estimate is prepared on the basis of plinth area of the building. Plinth area means what? Internal and the external wall, right? So the rate of the plinth area is determined from the cost of similar building having similar specifications, height, construction and locality, okay? So the formula for cost of the building, okay, total cost of the structure equal to plinth area into rate of the plinth area rate, okay? So the plinth area rate equal to what? Cost of the construction by plinth area, okay? So the plinth area we can get through the similar building. So the plinth area estimate is prepared by finding the plinth area of the building and multiplying by the plinth area. This is a concept, okay? So how we can find the cost of the structure using plinth area method means the cost of the building equal to plinth area into rate of the, that is rate of the construction or the plinth area rate, okay? Cost of the building equal to plinth area into plinth area rate, okay? So plinth area means that that building, okay, the building internal and the external area, okay? That is the plinth area, okay? Carpet means only the internal, plinth area means internal and the external, okay? So the plinth area rate means we can get the similar building, okay? That is the cost of the construction by the plinth area, okay? So through this only we can find the cost of the construction of plinth area using plinth area rate method, okay? So the cubical content method, okay? So cubical content method means what? It is also a approximate estimate. It is based on the cubical content of the building. So I'll tell the concept, okay? So from how we can find the cubical content of the building, okay? Cubical content of the building means what? It is a length into breadth into height of the building, right? So it is a, it can be defined as unit of the measurement of volume or capacity. Okay, that is a cubical content definition. Okay, cubical content means it is a length into breadth into height of the building. Okay, so using the cubical content, how we can get the cost of the structure? Okay, so the cost of the structure equal to total cubical content into local cubical rate. Okay, so the cost of the structure can be calculated by using the volume of the building and the cubical rate, right? So volume of the building means what? Length into breadth into depth of the building. Okay, or height of the building. Okay, cubical rate means multiplying the plinth area into height of the building. Okay, it is more accurate when compared to the plinth area because we are considering height in this. Okay, so the cost of the structure we can calculate using cubical content means cubical content method means total cubical content into cubical rate. Okay, the cubical rate we can also get from the same. Okay, we can get from the third point. We can see the cubical rate is determined from the cost of the similar building having similar specification and construction in the locality. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so that is about cubical content method. So service unit method. Okay, so service unit method means what? It is like it indicates the most important unit in a structure. Okay, it is nothing but the entire building. Okay, the entire building is divided into several service units. Okay, that is a concept. Okay, so how we can find the cost of the structure using service unit method means the total cost of the building equal to cost of construction per unit. Okay, per service unit into total number of service units. Okay, so service unit means what? If we have a school building means that classroom, right? That classroom is considered as a service unit. If we have, okay, many examples are there. Okay, if we have a road means 1 kilometer, okay, that is considered as a kilometer. Okay, kilometer is considered as a service unit. If we have a hospital building means each bed, okay, that is considered as a service unit. If you are going for theater, okay, if you are considering a theater means that theater or stadium or etc., that a seat is considered as a service unit. Okay, so this is a concept. Okay, first we have to calculate in every building. If we have a hospital building means bed is considered as a service unit. Then how to calculate the cost of the structure means the total cost of the structure equal to cost of one service unit multiplied by the total number of service unit. Okay, so through this we can get the cost of the construction using the service unit method. Okay, so that's the thing here. So number of service unit we can get through the records. Okay, records, the engineer will keep the record. So the number of the service unit we can get through this record. Okay. So this is an example I have told, right? Hostel means student is a service unit. Theater or stadium means seat is a service unit. Road means kilometer. So these are some examples. Okay. So typical bay method. So typical bay means what is the bay? Bay means what is the definition of bay? It is a space. Okay, it is a space from center to center of two successive columns. Okay, that here in the picture you can see. Okay, this the space between two frames. It is a steel structure, right? So the space between the this frame and this frame. Okay, that distance is called as bay. Okay. So this method is usually useful for building which have so many number of bays. Okay, so many similar bays means we can use this method. Okay, to calculate the approximate cost of the structure. We can use this method. Okay, so we have to just select one interior bay. So from that we can calculate the total cost of the structure. Okay. This is just a definition. This method is used for preparing estimate of factory building. In this, estimate of one bay is done by using the other methods, and then the estimate of the whole factory is calculated. Okay, that is a concept. We have to calculate the total cost of the structure equal to cost of one bay multiplied by the total number of bays. Okay, that is a concept to get the approximate cost of the structure using typical bay method. Okay. So the same estimated cost equal to number of bays into cost of one bay. Okay. So these are the points we need to consider while doing this typical bay method, while doing calculating the approximate cost using typical bay method. So what is the fifth one? Last method is what? Approximate quantity method. Okay, so it is nothing but we have to calculate price per running meter. Okay, so running meter means what? Running meter means what? it is area by width. It can be anything, okay, not necessarily in line but zigzag, circular or like, okay. So approximate quantity approximate cost of the structure can be calculated by cost per, okay, cost per something into multiplied by the total storage, okay. So that is the thing we are going to using the storage, okay, we can find the cost of the structure, okay. For example, if you are taking irrigation canal for how to do find the approximate cost of irrigation in that type of project means the approximate cost can be calculated by using cost per million cubic meter, okay, that storage, okay. We can get that value from the PWD or other projects, okay. The PWD have done more projects, some similar projects like that, right? So we can get that cost per million cubic meter, that value, then multiplied by the total storage capacity, okay. Through this we can get the approximate cost of the that irrigation, okay. So depends upon the quantity, we can get the approximate cost of the structure using the approximate quantity method, okay. So detailed estimate, okay. So what is a detailed estimate? It is an accurate estimate, consists of working out the quantities of each items of work and also the cost, okay. So for doing this, before preparing this, we should have a knowledge, or we should have more drawings, right? Building will have drawings, right? That set of drawings, okay. We should need that set of drawings, okay, that a plan or a design or elevation or something, okay. So the quantities of various items of work are worked out from such drawings, okay, and are multiplied by the present rates of items of works to arrive at the estimated cost of the work, okay. So how we can do the detailed estimate, okay. So first we have to calculate, it is prepared in two stages, right? So the first is detail of measurement and calculation of quantities, and the second thing is abstract of the estimated cost, okay. So first we have to calculate the quantities, okay. Second we have to second approximate abstract of estimated cost, okay. So the thing is, how we can do the detailed estimate means, so we can produce a detailed estimate by using calculating the quantities. First one, okay. So calculating the quantity means what? Each project is estimated by calculating the quantity of resources, materials, tools, right? So from that we can calculate the quantities, okay. Then estimate each task, okay. So estimating means what? We have so many techniques, right? So that are used to estimate the task, okay. We can also consult the expert judgment, okay. So for this, then we have to, after that we have to produce a project estimate, okay. That's it, okay. So we also have types, okay, types of detailed estimate, okay. So what are the types? Like item rate estimate, then revised estimate, then supplementary estimate, then supplementary and revised estimate, then annual repair and maintenance estimate, okay. We can just see what are these and all, okay. So item rate estimate means what? The process of working out the cost or rate per unit of each item, okay. So if we need to do a detailed estimate of residential building, okay, for example, if we take means we should prepare all estimates of like if you're doing detailed estimate of residential building means what about clearing the site? There are many steps, right? Clearing the site, removing bushes, then excavation work, PCC, UCR masonry, then RCC. So many works are there, right? Then form work, then concreting, compaction, curing. Okay, so many works are there, right? So if you want to prepare a detailed estimate of residential building, we need to prepare for all. Now we have seen so many things, right? We need to do a detailed estimate about all these things, okay, so that we can do a actual accurate, okay. Detailed estimate means it is accurate, right? So we can using if we find all these details means only we can do it accurate cost of the structure. Okay, we can calculate it. Okay, so next one is what, revised estimate. So revised estimate is also a detailed estimate, right? So if you have these some cases are there, okay, to in that need only we are going to do a revised estimate. Okay, when the original sanction estimate exceeds more than 5%, or when the expenditure of work exceeds or to exceed the amount of administrative sanction, that is more than 10% means we need to do a revised estimate. So okay, so like this, if you have a material deviation from the original proposal, so in these cases only we need to revise the estimate. Okay, that is called as revised estimate. Okay, so next one is supplementary estimate. Supplementary means what, it is prepared if we need to do a additional work. Okay, when additional work is required, okay, required to supplement the original work. So okay, in these cases if you need to do a additional work, okay, in that cases only supplementary estimate is we are doing supplementary estimate. Okay, then the next one is supplementary and revised estimate. Okay, so when we are doing the supplementary and revised estimate means the estimated cost of the remaining work, okay, is less than the 95% of the original work, or less than the 90% of the original sanctioned estimate. Okay, or if when we have material deviations or changes in designs. Okay, in these cases we are going to do a supplementary and revised estimate. Okay, then the last one is annual repair and maintenance maintenance estimate. Okay, so why we are doing this means just to maintain the structure, okay, or whether it is working properly or not. Okay, or to save the building. Okay, to save the building, we are just doing the annual repair and maintenance estimate. Okay, so we have problems, right? We have seen some problems based on plinth area method. We are going to just see one problem. Okay, so plinth area rate equal to cost of the building by plinth area. Then approximate cost of building equal to plinth area into plinth area rate. Okay, so this is a basic formula. So we are going to just lightly see the problem. Okay, so we need to prepare a approximate estimate of a factory building. Okay, factory building means we have office, workshop, right? So we are going to find the office, the approximate cost of the office structure, then the approximate cost of the workshop. After that we need to add, okay, we need to add the both, okay, office and workshop approximate cost, so that we will get the total approximate cost of the structure. Okay, so we have three base, so we can see. Okay, for RCC means plinth area rate, okay, rate 6500 per square meter. Then load bearing building means 4000 square meter. So using the formula, office premises, okay, using the formula, the plinth area given, rate given, so approximate cost equal to total plinth area into rate. So we will find the answer. Okay, so this is the approximate cost of office. Then workshop with 3 bays. Okay, size of 1 bay equal to that area we have given, okay, given in question, so can just multiply. Then cost of 1 bay equal to size of 1 bay into rate of each base. Okay, so approximate cost equal to number of bays into cost of 1 bay. So we have to finally add the cost of office and cost of the workshop, so that we can get the approximate cost of the structure. This is just a basic problems only. Okay, so these are the books we need to refer for this subject. So these are the things we have learned. Okay, course objective, introduction on estimating and costing, need of the subject, requirement, purpose, then types, methods, detailed estimate types. Okay, so this is about this lecture 6. So in the next lecture we will continue with unit 2. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you. In the next lecture, we are going to unit 2. We are going to see about detailed estimate that things. Okay. Thank you.